OK, everyone, can you listen? Mary Bettison just got released by the Court of Appeal. Well done, Joyce.
Always give her the cushy ones.
Nice one, Joyce.
Our third cot death success in 3 months. That's the good news.
What's the bad news?
Well, the government just ordered a judicial inquiry and a review of all cases where a parent was convicted on the evidence of an expert witness.
All of them? How many is that?
73. I make that 12 cases per team. The files are being downloaded to your servers now, and I'm going to need a preliminary overview by the end of next week.
Wendy? You're remembering I had a holiday book.
Did you?
Where are you going?
I haven't decided.
Going with anyone?
What is this?
I'm sorry, I'm just asking. You're going to sulk all day?
I'm going to sulk all day, yeah. Oh, bloody hell. It's 12 bloody cases. Bloody sodding, buggering hell.
You're going to be swearing all day?
Yeah, I'm going to swear all day. Have you got a problem with that, Maloney?
No. I love it when you talk dirty.
First case. What's her name?
Katie Phelan, age 19. She's serving life in HMP Chatham.
What does she do?
3 years ago, she was working as part-time nanny for Marcia Campese, a teacher at her school. Katie helped her with the baby and did household chores to give Mrs. Campese a break.
Katie? And the husband?
Bill Campese, an investment analyst. His statement says that on the 21st of April 2001, he left work early, stopped off at the pub to meet friends. Got home at about 7.
Baby, please help my baby. Oh, God, please help my baby.
Come on, please.
Any pulse? Please.
No. Why are you stopping?
No.
Just take it downstairs, man. What did you do, Katie? Katie? What did you do?
The post-mortem suggested suffocation. Katie Phelan's conviction was secured in under 10 days.
It's all right. We'll be all right. I can't remember his face. I know. Don't worry, we will.
How long have you been here, Katie?
8 months.
And before that?
Stoke-on-Trent for a while, Altrincham my security. You've custody, I forget how long.
Well, they've moved you about.
Nobody likes me.
We need to ask you some questions, Katie, so we can assess the safety of your conviction. I'm sure you've heard that the government has ordered a review of certain cases involving the deaths of babies.
Can you get me out of here?
Well, it doesn't work like that, Katie. We'll look at your case to see if the evidence was considered correctly as part of the overall
I need to
review.
get out. They do things. Ignore me.
punched me on the stairs, put chewing gum in my hair, put tampons in my bed. Do you know what that's like?
Did you tell anyone about this?
Oh, don't be stupid. I didn't kill their baby, that's all.
There was quite a lot of evidence against you, Katie. And your family background.
That's nothing to do with it!
Well, your brothers were taken into care, I understand.
Oh, you're like the rest of the puffs you get to coming here all smiling and poor thing, and how did you turn out so bad? But why don't you both just piss off?
Okay, Casey. I want to go over some of your memories so that we can compare them with what you said at your trial. Okay?
I was looking after Will for Mrs. Campese. I was doing her a favour. He just died. What do you want me to say?
Just try. What can it hurt? Yeah?
We fed the baby every day, same as usual. And then Marsha went to do her marking. I changed Will and put him in his cot. Will always cried for a long time after we fed him, no matter how many times he burped. But that day, he just stopped. He just stopped too quick. He just stopped.
She did it. Let's move on.
Maybe.
You can't go into bat for everyone, Rose. Katie has a violent family background, there's forensic evidence, pathology, and the mother's witness statement.
And she's tried to commit suicide 3 times since she was convicted. She's exhausted, isolated, disorientated.
People aren't too keen on baby killers.
We're just trying to do the assessment, okay?
What's up?
Need a holiday.
You want to come over for lunch on Sunday?
Pardon?
Come for lunch. I usually cook something.
Who for?
Well, whoever wants to come. You doing anything?
I don't know. I'll check. Let's go over what she said again. Mrs. Campese was always nice to me.
The rest of my teachers were just stupid tossers, you know. But Mrs. Campese was all right.
Come on. You're not going to pass like this, Katie. Don't you mind?
Well, say something in English, Katie. Well, explain to me why you're not coming to school anymore. Is your mum still away?
Mum's not coming back. I have to look after my brothers.
Will it make any difference if I give you a demerit? Well, sod it. Did you know I had a baby?
Yeah?
A boy. His name's Will.
Will? Bit of a poncy name, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks, Katie. He's named after his... Anyway, I had an idea about you. Do you want to hear it? I paid her £3.50 an hour and coached her in GCSE double science. She came round 3 days a week at tea time and helped me put the baby to bed.
And she was good at it?
Yeah, she was fine. Seemed fine.
Will loved her. He really smiled for her.
And Marsha always seemed so happy when Katie was here. I'd always hear them laughing in the kitchen. Well, we got it wrong.
It's very good of you to agree to talk about this.
We don't hate her, you know. Bill makes me keep the photos out. That's the last one we took.
It's lovely. Blonde hair.
Yeah. Yeah, he was born with it. Everybody thought it was really cute, this blonde Italian. But Bill's mum was fair, too.
Oh, sorry, do you mind?
Oh, no, that's, years old. We had to borrow babies then. That's my friend's boy.
Right.
We have problems conceiving. So you always think these things will just swing your way, but they don't, and the years roll by. And then anyway, out of the blue, we got Will. And I think we felt lucky.
It's my fault. I brought Katie into this house. I thought I was helping her. Why are you doing this? Don't you know what the scientist at the trial said she did to my baby?
Well, I'm sure you've heard there's been unease about the use of expert witnesses in some cases of infanticide.
No, you wouldn't expect me to care about that.
No.
She killed my son. I've thought about it so often. If only I hadn't fallen asleep. Katie? Katie? Where are you? Katie, what are you doing?
He's got blue.
Sad about the kid.
Yeah. I'm going to check the expert witness evidence. Who was it?
Why? The mother saw her do it.
Casey said the baby was dead when she found him.
Well, she would, wouldn't she? This is a non-starter. We should move on.
Marquis. Oh, for God's sake, Dr. Diane Marquis. She's giving evidence at the judicial inquiry this week.
Rose?
Not yet.
We've got 11 other cases.
Marquis is in the frame. She's been investigated in at least 3 more convictions which turned on her evidence. I just want to speak to her.
Why?
She's a founder member of the club.
What club?
The Women Who Don't Like Other Women Club. Katie Phelan versus Dr. Diane Marquis, MD, PhD, FRS. You call that a fair fight?
The problem with the pathology of infant death is that the signs of violence and trauma can be very small. It takes a very high degree of skill and experience to distinguish between cot death and a deliberately induced injury.
And you would consider yourself to have that skill and experience?
Yes, I would.
And what conclusion has your experience led you to?
That our culture is fatally slanted towards the view that women are unlikely to kill children. And although many instances of infant death are accidental, a significant proportion of them are not. They are murder.
I'm sorry for the disturbance. Dr. Marcus, would you please continue?
In my opinion, this current hysteria is an insult to the medical profession. We're being judged by people who know nothing of the science and have no expertise other than in media manipulation.
You believe that you've been correct in all the cases where you have given evidence?
Yes, I have total confidence in my own abilities and those of my colleagues. This is a witch hunt. I intend to defend my integrity in my profession.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I do have to leave. Thank you for your time. Dr. Marquis, I'm Rose Linden from the CJRA. I've tried to ring your office several times and...
Sure you'll understand that I'm not available for interview by the CJRA. I'm involved in a judicial review.
Right. I understand you were the expert witness in the Katie Phelan case.
I've featured in a number of trials, yes. Good afternoon.
Featured?
Yes. Is that case part of the review? She was the nanny, not the parent.
We're just in the initial stages.
Well, you're wasting your time. Yes, I remember her now. Funny-looking scrap. Couldn't have been clearer. She shook the baby several times and then smothered it.
You can tell that for sure. For certain.
Yes.
I'm told the pathology reports were held at your office.
Well, they might have been, although they're probably filed somewhere else by now or even thrown away.
Really? Well, I'd quite like to see them.
Look, you're barking up the wrong tree. The girl was a walking time bomb. It was very unfortunate. Good afternoon, Miss Linden.
Mr. Phelan, I'm Mr. Maloney from the CJRA. We spoke on the phone.
That's right. Come on in. You want to get my Casey out of there?
We go into these things very carefully, but Casey's story just doesn't add up. Not when you put it against the evidence.
Well, that's shite. Nobody stood up for her, did they? It's just about who you believe, isn't it? Eh? Somebody for here or a bunch of posh bastards.
I read the psychiatric reports that were presented at the trial.
What a push.
Katie had a lot of responsibility, 2 young brothers to look after.
Aye, so?
I understand your wife had been sectioned under the Mental Health Act at the time. The children had a few problems with Mrs. Phelan.
She battered them. She's gone now.
How are the boys coping?
Lost them too. Social took them. Not enough of a family atmosphere.
I'm sorry.
See, that's why I need my wee lassie back. That's why I need her back, Mr. Maloney, so we can have a family atmosphere.
Mr. Phelan, I have to ask this. Did Katie ever hit or harm your sons?
She never. She looked after them. After her mother went, you know, she did everything. She was good with them. She was always taking them to the doctors when they were ill. She knew all about all the illnesses. Those boys will never say that she hurt them. Katie loves her brothers. There's a lot of illness in these flats.
Okay, we write it up, we reject it. A child died, Rose. There's no comfort in it.
No. Oh, shit, here she comes.
How are you doing?
Yes, fine, very good.
I need recommendations. How many have you done?
1.
Well, what is this? A go slow?
Perish the thought, Wendy.
I need those reports now. This review is going to change the law, and we're going to take the credit for it if it costs me my last breath. I want 3 cases written up by tomorrow, or your holiday gets deferred into hell freezes over territory, okay?
We need to tell Katie Phelan she's buggered.
Yeah.
Will you do it?
Hello. Oh, I was looking for Mrs. Campesi. Is she here? Marcia? Hello. Look, I'm sorry to call on a Sunday, but I thought you'd like to know that we're not proceeding with the reinvestigation of your son's death. I felt bad about us coming round and asking questions. It seemed insensitive. Anyway.
It's Rose, isn't it?
Bill, do you want a croissant?
Yeah.
Davina's my lucky mascot. Came up trumps at 43, didn't you?
Sure did.
I'm going to be godmother. Davy only lives across the road. It's going to be great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi. How's baby?
Kicking like buggery. You've got a visitor.
Hello.
Hi.
They're not going on with Katie.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
Some people keep rooms the same, don't they?
I don't know, really.
Well, I know he's not here. We buried him in my family plot. I like to think he's with... Well, I know it sounds a bit bonkers.
No, of course not.
I go up there sometimes. Bill finds it hard. So I don't know what to do with this room.
Well, perhaps if you, ever have another.
Oh, I don't think we could go there again. I couldn't anyway. I don't know why we stay in this house, really. But Bill won't move. So I have an empty room.
Yes, I'm sorry.
What can you do?
Thanks for coming. I think they appreciated it. It's no problem. They're, very strong people. Don't be deceived. After Will died, I went over and made dinner almost every night for months just to make sure Marcia ate something. She never got back to work. I think it tore them apart. To lose a second baby. Second baby? Oh, shit. My mouth. They had a baby when they were first married. He died. They don't like to talk about it. He was called William, too. I think it's a Catholic thing. They keep a photo of him in the lounge. Yeah. Yes, I saw that. I shouldn't have mentioned it. I won't say anything. Okay. I know she likes you. I'll see you around. Yeah.
Rose, you came?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to ring.
That's no problem. I invited some other people, but it's no problem. Darren, get off the, and leave the fish alone, Darren.
Who hanging down?
Well, just leave it. We're playing surgical strike.
So, where are all these children?
Well, let me see. We got nephews, Marion and Marion, my two nieces. My sister's had a bit of a ruck about the name. And, I don't know who the hell that is. You? Yes, you. What's your name? Max. Here, come in and have some lunch. We're having chicken nuggets, chips, ice cream and chocolate cake, although not necessarily in that order.
No, it's okay, thanks. Listen, I went round to the Campeses this morning, and, their friend told me that they had another baby who died a few years ago.
Rose, it's Sunday. We talk about this tomorrow.
They kept it quiet. Why would they do that?
Well, because people like you would come picking them apart. Come in and have some lunch. Come on.
No, thanks anyway. I'll see you tomorrow.
Uncle Max has weed himself.
Have you, Max? Never mind.
That's for me.
It's a death certificate for William Campese. Died 23rd of November 1994.
Yeah, what's the cause of death?
We're off this one now, Rose.
Let me see. Cot death.
Well, they were unlucky. Really, really unlucky.
They should have told us.
Does it never occur to you that people like to keep parts of their lives private? I'd have thought you'd have understood that.
See if you can find that doctor. You can say you were just obeying orders, Maloney. Okay.
And where are you going?
Is she driving you mad?
Oh. Can I come and work with you, please, Joyce?
Anytime, Maloney. I'd appreciate you.
It's a beautiful office.
Thank you. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot the other day. I'm famously rude, I'm afraid.
Right. I'm just rude.
How can I help?
I'd still like to see the pathology reports on the Campese case.
Why?
Well, I've discovered that Mrs. Campese had a previous cot death a number of years ago. Never mentioned at the trial.
But this wasn't cot death. The child had blood in its lungs, abrasions around the mouth, and a broken rib, as I recall. Why don't you lay out your worries?
I've read that sometimes the mother passes on a genetic deficiency.
Yes, it's a fashionable theory. But the science is very new and certainly wasn't current when that baby died. So much is uncertain about infant death. That's why you need an expert to interpret to a layperson like you.
Does your book sell well?
Oh, you are rude, aren't you?
People say that.
Look, I understand. It's reasonable from the outside to think that maybe a genetic deficiency killed that baby, but it just didn't happen that way.
Could you check for the reports one more time?
Yes, of course, and I'll let you know. If you were right about this, you check for a pattern of early deaths on the matriarchal side. That's the genetic clue, but you won't find it. Of course, the other possibility springs to mind.
Which is?
One cot death is tragic. Two, well, you'd be looking at the mother if it wasn't for the dysfunctional nanny. I'm just the appliance of science. I can't help it if people don't like me.
No. Thanks.
Diane, you're going to the Royal Society for lunch, remember?
Oh, shit, yes. Stick that in the shredder, will you? I've got to go and get changed.
Are you sure?
Just do it, Colin.
Mrs. Campese. I think I remember her, yes. She left the practice maybe 9 years ago.
In 1994, after she lost her baby.
And you were a doctor when the baby died?
What's this all about?
What was her mental state?
She was upset, obviously, as I remember.
I mean before the baby died.
Right. I don't know you, Miss Linden, and you certainly don't have a right to ask me about a former patient's medical history.
Yes, I'm sorry.
As far as I remember, Mrs. Campese was in excellent mental health before and after her child was born.
Mrs. Campese lost another baby about 3 years ago.
Pardon?
Their nanny was convicted of murder.
I see. As I say, I didn't know her that well, but I don't think she showed any signs of being a danger to her child.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm very glad to hear you say that, Doctor.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
Trish, can you go in the cupboard, see if you can find my case notebook for 1994? God knows if it's there. Yup.
What are we doing here, Rose?
Conducting a genetic experiment. It's okay, you can go. I'll find my own way back.
Oh, stop it.
What?
The Martyr Act. Really pissing me off.
One last throw, Maloney. Let's just try and find out what happened. Sod Wendy, sod the review. Let's just get a result here.
Okay. Rose!
Will Campese. William Campese. That thing was so sad that they gave them the same name.
Well, there are no more Campeses here. No more babies, just these two. Can we go now?
Campese isn't a maiden name, it's the mother's side that passes the DNA. We are looking for Moffat, or Gillespie, or Titmus.
Bloody funny kind of genetic experiment.
Yeah, well, nobody really understands how it works. You can only go on probability and statistics. And then you search. Bingo.
Moffat.
Yeah. See if we can find any more.
Hello? When?
Some bastard gave her drugs so she could top herself. Jesus Christ, they gave her the stuff.
How is she?
I don't know. She wasn't messing about. She should have been dead. She wanted to be dead. Oh, Christ. She said what she did.
She what?
What she did.
Dear Dad, it's so horrible here, I'm not going on. I want to tell you what I did and how I'm sorry.
I did put things in the boys' cough medicine. Antifreeze and that stuff for washing windscreens. I knew it would make them sick, so I could go to the doctor. 'Cause he was always nice to me.
I don't know why I did it, and I'm sorry, Dad. But I never hurt Will. I never touched him. I'll swear it in heaven to God, he'll believe me. I never touched him.
You've got to do something about this. Can't you see? You've got to do something.
Can I help? Is Miss Linton here?
Who shall I say?
I'm Colin Davis, Diane Marquis's personal assistant.
Ah.
I'm not sure I should be here.
It's too late, Colin. She'll find you.
I've been studying forensic law. Help Diane out in the office with her admin, take notes, stuff like that. It's a bit of an honor, really, you know, to work for her.
What's the problem, Colin?
She must know it's wrong to ask me to shred an entire pathology report knowing there's a judicial review going on.
Who was the report on?
Will Campese. So I got a transcript of the trial and read it to find out why, and I just don't understand.
Spit it out, Colin. You're a clever lad. You wouldn't be here if there wasn't a problem.
Her evidence was all based on the physical trauma. I mean, even I know the paramedics could have injured him during CPR, but it's like she just ignored all the other stuff. Or just didn't notice it.
What other stuff?
The lab reports. Bacterial screen, toxicology, there was loads of it, but she just never mentioned any of it at trial.
Do you read the lab reports? Colin?
The baby had a significant streptococcal infection in his throat and lungs when he died.
Bacterial infection?
Yes. Sore throat, basically. Well, that's an indicator of cot death. But she just went with the physical trauma. It's like she just read the first 3 pages and made her mind up. I mean, her evidence was wrong.
So you're worried?
Yes. I mean, she does so many cases, I think she just gets careless.
But there is a problem with all this, Colin. I mean, you shredded the document, didn't you?
Guess I'm looking for another job.
So is your boss.
I like my birds. They always come in the afternoon. I can watch them for a long time. Why have you come, Rose?
I came to tell you that Katie Phelan tried to commit suicide in prison this week.
Is she right?
Yes. But it was serious.
That's so sad.
Yes.
You know, the funny thing is, I still miss her. We had some fun together. She made me laugh.
I don't think she killed your baby, Marcia. Katie left a note. She was absolutely in earnest. If they hadn't found her, she would have died. She had no reason left to lie.
Then explain to me what I saw, Rose. Because I'd really like to understand.
I found that when people remember things, it always seems very clear at first. But when you have a chance to finally stand back, you can understand that there are always other ways of seeing things.
Katie, what are you doing? He's gone blue.
I think he got his injuries later. He was already dead.
Please help my baby. Oh, God, please help my baby. Please.
No. I don't understand how that can be, how it happened.
Marcia, why did you lie to me about your first child? Davina told me that you lost a baby before Will.
Oh, she shouldn't have done that.
Why on earth didn't you tell me?
Because it was none of your business. Bill and I, well, we never spoke about it much. I suppose it's easier to pretend it had never happened. But he took it really bad. He made us try again and again for another baby, but nothing happened. It was like a punishment. So we moved house, we got new friends. I didn't want it to be part of us anymore. I'd have thought you could have understood that.
Marcia, are you aware that other babies have died in infancy in your family?
No, I didn't. How do you...
I checked in the graveyard and at the Public Records Office. There are 2, possibly 3, over the last 40 years. I believe you carry a genetic deficiency that causes any child of yours to be vulnerable to bacterial infection.
No, I didn't know that. 40 years. I suppose people just didn't talk about it then.
No.
I saw her do it.
I don't think so, Marcia. But there's something else. The expert witness suppressed evidence at the first trial. That's going to trigger an appeal.
An appeal?
Katie's conviction is unsafe. I think it's likely she'll be released.
Well, because it's the genetic thing?
Because she didn't get a fair trial.
No. But it can't be me. It can't be me. See, I loved my baby. I loved my baby.
I have no comment.
University College. There's Katie Freeland. Katie Freeland.
Look, this is a great day. A bloody great day. My daughter should never have been in prison in the first place. Her trial was a court-martial. That's what it was. It was a parade, no kind of trial at all. She didn't kill anybody. My Katie did not kill that baby, and she had to go through hell. Hell in prison for years. Well, we're taking action, legal action, against the prison service, the police, and especially Dr. Diane Marquis. They're going to pay for this.
When are you going to take action against Dr. Marquis?
As soon as possible.
Are you really going to try suing the police?
Of course I am, yes. Katie, coming back to live with you? Yes. Sorry?
Must be horrible to go through all that again.
Well, the truth's difficult. I just need time to get used to it.
Should we go then?
Maloney, we've won. Let me have my moment.
Yes, I know everybody knows that.
You had it?
Yes, thank you.
Katie coming home with you?
Yeah, Katie's come home. Sorry, what was that?
Are you hoping to get your other children back?
Definitely, yes.
And will you be going for compensation?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What do you think of British justice?
What do you think?
Dr. Diane Marquis was suspended from her post today as questions continue to be asked about her role as an expert witness in a number of criminal trials concerning infant deaths. Well, Wendy Sillery from the Criminal Justice... What's your reaction to this suspension?
Well, this was a success for the Criminal Justice Review Agency because of diligent and responsible investigation and reluctance to take things at face value.
When did you become suspicious that Dr. Marquis hadn't reviewed the evidence correctly?
We apply a meticulous approach to all our investigations and a painstaking examination of the paperwork.
Yep, that's Rose. Affinity to paperwork.
Got Maloney for all that.
Oh. Thank God, or we'd have to chain you to the desk.
Yeah, bring out the handcuffs.
I didn't say that, Rose.
I remember, Joyce.
It was a good save, Rose. Maloney, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. 2 interviews tonight.
Oh, hello, it's Dr. Pearson, isn't it?
Yes. I wonder if I could have a word in private.
Yeah. Go through.
I saw the result of the Katie Freeland appeal on television today. I understand there's a suggestion of a genetic link between the two cot deaths.
That's correct.
After the first baby died in 1994, I referred Marcia Campesi to a consultant gynecologist for a tubal sterilization.
I'm not sure I quite understand.
She couldn't have been the mother of that second baby.
But a sterilization could be reversed.
There were complications. The surgeons performed a full hysterectomy.
So there's no genetic link to explain the two-cot death?
I think they got it wrong.
Hang on a sec.
She's a girl.
I think we might have screwed up in a serious way.
Why'd you lie about your child?
It was private, okay?
I didn't hurt Will.
You got the girl acquitted, so she can't be tried again.
You've got 24 hours, of which I will have no knowledge, to get to the bottom of it.
Rose?
Just let me do this my way, Maloney.